Not knowing. They will look at the Star of David that I'm wearing and judge. Not knowing I'm living and acting out righteous acts accordingly to what the Word says. Not to what society says. Or how society wants to see us dress. But I dress accordingly to how the Father said to dress as a believer, and second of all, as a minister, as a priest of the Most High. Betrayers, reckless, puffed up, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of Elohim, having a form of reverence but denying its power. And turn away from these, for among them are those who creep into households and captivate silly women, loaded down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth. There's a lot of information out here today. There's a lot of things out here there's a lot of subject matters out here today to learn. But once again, is it what the Father wants us to be learning? Do it line up with the Heavenly Father's Word? Do it help us to be a better believer? Do it help us to mature and matriculate to the place where the Father desires us to be in this last and evil day? Are we or are we not letting our light shine among men in the times of darkness? Are we being who He called us to be as men and women of the Most High? Are we doing what we want to do? This is a state of maturity. As I read earlier here, a state of adulthood where you make up your mind as a believer. I'm coming out of the rudimental religious traditions of men, and I'm going to gravitate towards the traditions of the Most High and do what the Heavenly Father requires me to do as a man, as a woman, as a child. This whole concept of humanity and community unifying us with our Creator was implemented by the Creator of the universe, by the Most High, Yahweh. He set the plan in motion. Man didn't make himself. He was before there was a was. He is. He sits on the beginning and He sits on the end. He is the Alpha and the Omega. There is none besides Him. He just exists. He the one that set it into motion. He the one that set how we ought to live. He the one that made us. After He made everything else, He made His children. He breathed His Ruach, His Spirit, into His children. And He gave His children His right rulings and His commands. And His children are in the earth still today. But some of us are doing just like children do. We're not obeying. We're not obeying. We're not following His ways. So He's doing like a good father would do. He's disciplining. And He's disciplining in love. The Word teaches us that the Father chastens those that He loves. Like a good parent. If I don't spank my children, if I don't keep my children in line with the rod of righteousness, with discipline and right ruling, they will become a reproach unto me in society, unto the Heavenly Father. We have to live, and this book teaches us how to live a lifestyle. This is a way of life. This is the instruction to us to be children of the Most High, to be successful, to obtain the mind of the Heavenly Father. When we hold this book in our hands, the 66 books that we do have, and there are others. But when we hold these scriptural truths in hand, we're holding the knowledge, we're holding the mind of the Most High in our hand. And if we dive into it, we will have his mind. We will understand exactly what he thinks, how he feels, what he wants, so on and so forth. I just want to interject and let people know there is a way unto man that seems right, but in the end, there is destruction. There is destruction. We are living in some challenging times. We're living in some real challenging times. But these are not times for us to give up. These are not times for us to lose focus. These are not times for us to lose hope. These are times for us to hold on to the Father's unchanging hand. I'm talking about growing up. I'm talking about being mature. I'm talking about being an adult. I'm talking about being seasoned in your spirit. I'm talking about being seasoned in your mind. I'm talking about blossoming like you have never seen yourself blossom before. Achieving like we have never achieved before as a people, as a person. People are looking to us to make it happen, because we are an encouragement to somebody else. If we can make it happen, if we can stand through times of difficulties and adversities, it's an example. It's an eye example. If they can do it, I can do it too. I want us right quickly to turn to Matthew chapter 11 and verse 25. And it reads as thus: At that time, Yahusha answered and said, Thank thee, O Father, Elohim of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid the things from the wise and prudent, and has revealed them unto babes. That's the Messiah talking, thanking the Father that the knowledge from him to us, his children, his babies, he hid it from the world system. There's a lot of smart people in the world. The world system, the world that we live in, the United States of America, this continent that we live on, this democracy that we live in, teaches us from the womb. Go to school, get a good education so you can get a good job. Go to school, do your best, study, read. But the issue that's there, study, read, understand what? What? Are we studying and reading what the Father wants us to study and to read and to understand? And I'm not talking against the educational system, but I'm talking about being balanced. There was one time within this country, school and the Bible went hand in hand. But some kind of way, along the way, the devil slipped in there, the deceiver. A deceiver slipped in there, and it was a woman. And told the school system, we don't need the Bible no more. We don't need the mind of God. Our children don't need the Bible in school. They don't need to pray in school no more. And look at the school system today. Look at the children today. We live in some